Great year at the plate for this Spartan. One of 4 Spartans at the top of this lineup that came into the state tournament with a batting average north of 400. 2-2. Popped up foul.
And a nice job there by Stagg getting her hands up on top of that rise ball. Able to foul it off, but really like what she's doing up at the plate today. Just meeting her hands to the ball. Able to move with the movement from Schlater.
2-2 is chopped off the batter in the box. Foul. Stagg out in front of the off speed there, but doing enough to stay alive. And again, fouling this one off.
And this is something you don't see a ton of off Schlater. Just hitters working into deep counts, able to foul off pitches that she's throwing with a ton of movement. So Ruby Stagg here, like I said, just the ability to work with fast hands, get those hands to the ball, making sure she's making contact.
2-2 is lined foul again. I think it's what I'm seeing in the approach from Stagg is she's timing up the fastball and adjusting to the off speed.
She's doing that very, very well, but also able to just get to the movement. Nice hard hit ball there out into center field. That's a great at bat by Ruby Stagg.
It's right at Davis for out number 1.
And quite a few college coaches here at Triton Field to take in the action of this game. And as a coach, I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing in her ability to move her hands to the pitch and make solid contact.
Maggie Bowman lines the first pitch foul. Base is empty, 1 down for Pleasant Valley. They have just 1 hit in the contest off of the stellar sophomore Sophia Schlater. The 1-1. Low and out.
Bowman coming into the state tournament, a .438 hitter.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all. Like we said before this game, Pleasant Valley, a team that can really hit for the average. They've done a nice job just getting themselves on base this year, and led by Bowman in that category.
2-2. Popped up, foul, behind home plate. Sanger, the catcher, just runs out of room. And Bowman stays alive.
One of the few upperclassmen on this team. So, in her numbers, I mean, leadership comes in a lot of different ways. Her numbers show she's clearly a leader on the field, but, I mean, just a very important piece
2-2
behind the plate.
Is low, and it runs full. The payoff to Bowman. Chopped foul. She stays alive. Back-to-back really good plate appearances here by Pleasant Valley. Ruby Stagg gave Schlater quite the fight before a line out to center field. Bowman also fighting hard. Another payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The first 4 outs that Schlater recorded were strikeouts. She had none since then, but she picks up her 5th punch out of the day.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 4, Kinley Vogus.
6 in a row retired now by Schlater as Kinley Vogus comes to the dish.
And I think something to point out, Pleasant Valley is a team with very low strikeout numbers coming into this game. They're not a team that gets punched out at the plate very much at all. And that's just something that Schlater's so dominant. They know they have a tall task in front of them.
Yeah, that's a good point. 80 strikeouts in 37 games, just about 2 a game.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
As a team, that's just so impressive what they've been able to do at the plate.
Kinley Voges showing some discipline here, ahead in the count 3-0. And that's ball 4. First walk of the day, surrendered by Schlater. Kinley Voges has a hit and a walk in her 2 plate appearances.
Anyway on. That's the approach you have to take. When you're facing Schlater, you'll take any way on base. Great at-bats by Voges today.
Rubel takes a hefty hack through strike 1. A 1 pitch is tall.
Okay, yeah, let me find out where I should look first, but I will.
Rubel a strikeout victim her last time up. Sophomore second baseman coming in with a .340 batting average. 1-1. Popped up foul to the right side, looping out of play.
We talked a little bit last inning. It's going to be so important for Pleasant Valley if they're going to find a way to make their way back into this game. They don't need to score all these runs at once, but they need to find a way to start stringing things together, chip away. Might take a few things going their way, whether it be a pass ball, wild pitch, something like that, to get runners into scoring position.
2 balls, 2 strikes. That one lined foul. And you feel like it's coming for Pleasant Valley. Just the way that the at-bats have gone, especially this inning, but just in general, since sort of the first 5 or 6 batters, better at-bats.
They're working deep in counts. I mean, they're seeing way more pitches. They're making Schlater work for the outs. They're not chasing the pitches out of the zone like they were in that first inning. So hats off to them and the adjustments that they've been able to make so far in this game. You just wonder if the 4-run deficit is going to be too much to overcome.
Action pitch here. Voges will be running. The payoff is popped foul. And Rubel is continuing to do enough to stay alive. Another 3-2. Line drive, looping into left field. It's down and fair, a base hit. Ella Rubel works deep into the count, fights off a number of pitches, and eventually does enough to get herself on base. Second hit of the day for Pleasant Valley. And they've now strung back-to-back base runners together here in the 4th inning, with the pitcher Mason Bischoff coming to the plate.
Just a great at-bat by Rubel. And Bischoff now at the plate, put the ball in play. Actually, the last 3 hitters, so 7, 8, and 9, their first time up, put the ball in play for PV. So an opportunity here, runner in scoring position.
First pitch to Mason Bischoff. She takes a hefty hack for strike 1.
Batting for the Spartans, number 11, Mason Bischoff.
See Bischoff lined up in the back of the box, foot on that back line, wanting to see that ball as long as she can. Sometimes a slight disadvantage of that, the back-to-back rise balls that Schlater has shown have just couple more feet to rise just a little bit more, and you'll see it there.
Down in the count, 0-2 is Bischoff. Schlater, a called strike 3.
By Sophia Slater.
2 strikeouts in the frame for Schlater, and she strands a pair on base. Still 4-0 Northwest, heading to the bottom of the 4th.
Hey, Frank. Oh, it looks like you spilled some grease.
Grills are multiplying and you need flavor that's bold.
There's nothing left for you to do
But to go to Fairway, your dream for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, you better stake up. Fairway and meat go hand in hand.
This dream is meant for you and me.
Poultry, pork, and beef, your home for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed.
Fairway, it's the one you need.
Farm Bureau knows that strong, vibrant schools are the cornerstone of our communities. That's why they are the proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and this amazing girls' state softball tournament. They believe that by investing in our youth, we're investing in Iowa's future. Temperatures or heat index or both have hit a certain threshold to where we'll be taking hydration breaks after the conclusion of each full inning, just slowing down 3 minutes of nobody on the field. So that will begin after this 4th inning. Bottom of the 4th here, Waukee Northwest at the plate. They scored 4 runs in the 1st inning and none since then. But they have kept Pleasant Valley scoreless as well. It's 8-9-1 here for Northwest. Maggie Allen leads off the bottom of the 4th. Here's a line drive into left field, racing back Gardner. She reaches up and makes the catch.
Lola Gardner.
A great pitch, great catch out there by Lola Gardner in left field. Did a nice job tracking that ball out towards the foul pole. A tough grab and a great way to start the bottom of the 4th here for Pleasant Valley.
The Wolves, number 16, Shay Davis.
And now it'll be Shay Davis. She takes the first one low. Davis 0 for 1 today, a fly out to center to lead off the 2nd inning. 1-0 is low. Is laced down the right field line. It's fair. And that is cut off by Vogus. Racing around second. She'll stop there with a double. Shay Davis. Opposite field double.
Nice place ball by Davis out into right field. And that ball was trailing away from the fielder. Difficult play. Lucky to keep her at second. Will be interesting here to see what Pleasant Valley decides to do with Schlater at the plate. First base is empty.
Extra base hits in today's game are brought to you by Channel Seeds. The enhanced Channel Seed brand is here to help farmers like you up your game and rise to the challenge. Learn more at channel.com/rise. Speaking of rise ball there is touched by Schlater, but well foul.
Bischoff has some confidence facing Schlater. Remember, last at bat, she went off speed, able to get that pop up to second base. So she's coming right at her here in this at bat, going outside. That one misses just off the plate.
is upstairs. And that one catches the bottom of the zone, 2-2. Schlater led off this game with a double. Came around to score. Her spot in the order did. She was replaced on the base paths. Popped out her second time. 2-2 pitch. High fly ball, shallow center field. Rubel will give way to the right fielder, Vogus, who makes the catch for out number 2.
And a big second out. Nice job out there by Rubel.
Right field for out number 2.
It's a tough play for Rubel and Vogus, kind of out in no man's land between the two of them. Vogus with a much better angle with the runner on second base in case she were to try and tag and go.
Elena Schulte takes inside. Ball gets away from the catcher, Bowman. And Davis advances to third on the pass ball. And that misses outside. No, catches the corner. 1-1.
Looked like a great pitch right on that outside corner.
I got to wait for Jason Slater. He takes his time raising that right fist. 1-1. In there. Bischoff, a strike away from getting out of the inning and pitching around the one-out double. 1-2. Ground ball right to the third baseman, Bischoff, who is playing in. She throws to first, and the inning is over. Tough play at the hot corner, but Jayla Bischoff ends the inning, and Northwest scoreless again in the fourth. They lead 4-0.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Looks like another perfect day to get out there and enjoy the summer.
Forward before she gets in the car. It's easy to choose. B-E-R-F-E-C-T. B-E-R-F-E-C-T. Come on, baby, you look good on me. If you see what I can see, W-H-O-D.
Iowa State Fair, August 13th through the 23rd.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Looks like another perfect day to get out there and enjoy the summer.
Oh, before she gets in the car, it's easy to choose.
Iowa State Fair, August 13th through the 23rd.
Back here with you live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, as we get ready to start the fifth inning, post-hydration break. It's a hot one, and it's not made any less hot by the turf field.
No, not at all. And this is the only turf field at the complex. So 5A this week, they're going to be Monday through Wednesday playing on this turf field. Friday for the championship will be over on Channel Seeds playing on the dirt field. So mixing it up a little bit. Granted, with all the high schools, especially for these Central Iowa teams, it is a pretty even mix at this point in Central Iowa of who has turf fields and who has dirt fields. So a lot of the high schools are making the switch over to turf. So I tell you what, these teams are pretty used to playing on both. But the dirt over on Channel Seeds Field is a unique type of dirt that you don't see in many softball complexes.
4-0 Waukee Northwest. The Wolves scored all four of their runs in the bottom of the first inning. Since then, it has been an absolute pitcher's duel, which is pretty much what we expected out of these two, Mason Bischoff and Sophia Schlater, the two sophomores in the circle. Schlater has given up just 2 hits, 2 singles to Pleasant Valley, and she'll face off against 8-9-1 Jayla Bischoff, Mason's older sister. Digs in now for Pleasant Valley. First pitch is upstairs. For a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Waved at and missed, 0-2. Bischoff, the older sister, is the lone senior in this starting lineup for Pleasant Valley. She'll head to Wartburg College next year in Waverly and play softball. 0-2. Fly ball, shallow, right field. Neva Polk comes in to make the catch. First out of the inning.
That's the second ball off the bat of Bischoff, gone out to the right side this game. She's been able to make contact twice off of Schlater. And Pleasant Valley now looking to turn it over to the top of their lineup. Going to be third time through the lineup here. So expect to see a little bit of movement in that lineup, get some base runners going.
Eden Russman takes high. Russman a fly out to center field her first time up. She's been busy defensively today in center field for Pleasant Valley. Ahead in the count now, 2-0.
I will say in softball, you know, it's pretty common you see pitchers work at a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. For every 2 strikeouts, you're seeing 1 walk. Schlater this year is working on a 10-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. That is just absolutely incredible what she's been able to do. Nice hit ball here out into left, easily caught for Northwest. But to my point there, it's rare. This last at bat started with 2 balls. It's rare to see her throw consecutive balls to a hitter.
So you're saying the fact that she has 6 strikeouts to 1 walk today, she's behind her normal pace?
Yes. Yes. Yep. Yeah, I mean, anytime you're working, a 3, 4, 5 to 1 ratio is incredible, but a 10 to 1 ratio, strikeouts to walks, is absolutely unheard of.
2 down, bases empty. Top of the order for Pleasant Valley is Peyton Peterson. Stands in 0 for 2 today, a strikeout and a lineout. It's a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. That ball is outside.
Nice chase pitch on the outside corner. Nice job by Peyton Peterson holding off.
One-two pitch. Ground ball to the left side. Gloved by Linen. Throw across in time. 1-2-3. Go the Spartans in the 5th. And it is still all Northwest. 4-0 heading to the bottom of the 5th.
Life's buzzing with energy. From the delightfully routine, to the novel and exciting, to the truly uncharted. With all that life brings, it's easy to lose track of what powers all those moments, our health. At Mercy One, our caring doctors focus on just that, powering health, from the everyday to the extraordinary. So you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Bottom of the 5th inning here at Triton Field. Class 5A state tournament kicks off with a game between the last 2 champions at this level. Waukee Northwest trying to defend their title, and they lead Pleasant Valley 4-0. It's Northwest at the plate. They scored all 4 of their runs in the first. And they send their 3, 4, and 5 hitters to the dish here in the 5th. Kenley Sanger, the catcher, watches the off-speed float and catch the outside corner, 0-2.
And once again, that off-speed pitch by Bischoff has been just dominant. She really didn't use it in that first inning. That first inning is when Northwest put up their 4 runs. She started implementing that pitch really in the second inning, and since then, this game has been scoreless. So, I mean, you hate to say what could have been, but that could just be a routine that Pleasant Valley sticks with and in the pitch calling. But since she's mixed in that pitch, Northwest has struggled to really produce anything.
Hard hit ball to left field, but Lola Gardner is there for out number 1. Hazel Linen will come to the dish now. A couple of flyouts to center field. One of them nearly left the yard back in the first inning, a sacrifice fly. And then a fly out to lead off the third. She bats now in the 5th. Here's a pop-up into center field again, right center. It'll be the right fielder Vogus with a basket catch.
Great hustle by Vogus in right. She had a long way to track for that fly ball.
Good communication, though, by Pleasant Valley and by Vogus. That is a ball that I'm sure Ella Rubel would have been chasing for longer. It was almost on the infield, but she peeled off, hearing that her right fielder had called her off, and it was a good call by Vogus.
They've had a couple over there today that just good communication and making sure they're getting the out, and a quick out there, quick inning for Pleasant Valley.
First 1-2-3 inning of the day for Mason Bischoff, and 4 straight scoreless frames for the sophomore for Pleasant Valley. Still 4-0 Northwest as we head to another hydration break. 6th inning after that.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
Hydration break here between the bottom of the 5th and the top of the 6th inning. It is 4-0 Waukee Northwest. Pleasant Valley will send its 2, 3, and 4 hitters to the plate in the 6th inning. A lot of new here at the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union softball tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. And one of the biggest things besides this beautiful turf field that we are seeing in use for the first time is the new format. And normally this would be a game where Pleasant Valley is staring down 6 more outs and then no chance to play for a state championship. In the new format, they will still be alive. Double elimination format. The loser of this game plays the loser of the next game at 11 a.m. tomorrow. The 2 winners of this game and the next game play at 1:15 p.m. tomorrow. And you just never know what a team's path is going to look like, but there's got to be some hope for the teams that are in that elimination side of the bracket that we can still win the state championship.
I just feel like this year every class is going to have their own story of the amount of games played, the teams that fought their way all the way back from a potential loss on Monday back to a championship on Thursday or Friday. So it's going to be a fun week. And looking at these brackets, as you mentioned, a loss today doesn't diminish your hope really for a state championship this year. You still have a chance to come out tomorrow, and motto from there is just win one game at a time. And it is important, though. I mean, we talk about the heat today. It is cooling off quite a bit for the rest of the week, but staying on the top half of the bracket, play as few of games as possible. I know that's the plan for a lot of teams this week, whether it works out for them or not. I mean, TBD, but it's going to be a fun bracket. A lot of softball to be played this week at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex.
This is the first game of the 5A state softball tournament. At 2 o'clock, Cedar Rapids Kennedy and Dallas Center Grimes square off in the 4-5 game. The 7-seed Dowling Catholic and the 2-seed Ankeny Centennial at 4:15. And then the 3-seed West Des Moines Valley and the 6-seed Southeast Polk square off at 6:30. 4 games today and then 5 tomorrow per class. And then up to 5 on Wednesday before championships Thursday and Friday in what already feels like a good week here in Fort Dodge. Hydration break is over. And Waukee Northwest takes the field once again. Sophia Schlater has allowed just 2 hits in 5 innings. She has punched out 6, walked 1. The sophomore for the Wolves is simply put by Carrie Eby, the leader of this team. And while she has done it at the plate time and time again this year, today her biggest contributions in the circle.
And really, you could say that about both squads in this game right now. What we've seen in the circle from Bischoff and Schlater has been beyond impressive, but just the way they're doing it is different. Schlater, the punch outs, the power, the spin. Bischoff, a pitcher, she's throwing to contact, but second inning through fifth inning, she has kept the Northwest bats quiet. So it's the top of the sixth inning now. There's 6 outs left for this Pleasant Valley team. They have to get base runners on here this inning.
Lola Gardner leads things off. The freshman left fielder bats for a third time today, 0 for 2 so far. And squares to bunt and bunts it foul. And that just kind of goes back to what you're saying. Base runners, any way that you can get them, are going to be important. If you can sneak attack your way on base with a bunt, may as well do it. Now, the corner's playing in for Waukee Northwest. 1-1 pitch is outside.
If you're Pleasant Valley in your mind right now, you're thinking 2 runs this inning, 2 runs next inning. Keep it as small as possible in your mind. Don't make the task too tall here in the 6th inning. But you really have to get at least 1 this inning to feel like you're in this game heading into the 7th.
3 balls and a strike on Lola Gardner. The pitch. Squares to bunt. Bunts it foul. May have bunted at ball 4 there. Payoff pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Gloved by Schlater. Quick throw to first is in time. She can field her position too.
Just a slow grounder, but Schlater, lucky she fielded that. That could have easily been an infield single if it made her way past the circle. How slow it was moving and the speed of Gardner going down the line. So Ruby Stagg now looking to get things going for Pleasant Valley.
Takes low. Yeah, definitely a slow-moving grounder, but I don't think that made it any easier of a play on Schlater, who still had to reach across her body and backhand the ball. That one fouled off. It's 1-1. Ruby Stagg lined out to center field in the 4th inning. Reached on error in the 1st. 1-1 pitch. Way out in front of that one. Skies it foul to the left.
And a good cut by Stagg on the ball there. Seeing the upward movement. Able to get her hands up to it just out ahead of it.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Foul ball there.
No, she touched it.
Right off the end knob of the bat. Had a wicked spin. Coming back at Kenley Sanger behind the plate.
And I think it got her bare hand, which pro move by home plate umpire Jason Schlater going out, brushing off home plate. There was nothing on home plate, but you just got to give your catcher some time. And time called by Schlater. Quick conversation between those two. Dominant performance in the circle so far for Sophia Schlater. Two hits allowed, a walk, 6 strikeouts. Pleasant Valley has only put 1 runner in scoring position today. 1-2 pitch is fouled off the helmet of the batter, Stagg. She seems
thankful,
to be okay.
Thankful for the face mask on the helmets.
No kidding.
That ball had some upward spin off the hand of Schlater. The foul ball comes right back at the face of Stagg, but she's okay and in there for the next pitch.
1-2, just misses the outside corner. I like the idea. from Schlater, showing something different than what she had shown previously in the at-bat.
Schlater's pitch arsenal, I mean, it's deep. She has a lot of pitches she can throw. She doesn't need to throw a ton. So typically where she's effective, she'll stay rise ball, drop ball. It's rare for her to mix in and off speed. That's something as she goes to the next level with her game and playing college softball, in which we know she's going to do at the highest level. She's going to need to mix in more of those pitches. She knows that, and she's working on getting better and better with that.
Stagg got a hold of that one, but well foul up the left field line. Another 3-2. Hits the batter. And Ruby Stagg works her way on base.
Like we said, any way on. Find a way on base.
Now Maggie Bowman, a pair of strikeouts today for the junior catcher. But 9 home runs, tied for the team lead. Leads the team in batting average with a .438 average coming into the game today. This is exactly who Pleasant Valley wants at the plate right now as they try to mount a comeback here in the 6th. 0-1 pitch. Check swing. She went around, and it's 0-2.
And Bowman right now just looks a little timid, just guessing at what Schlater's going to be throwing. I'd love to see her get that front foot down and just swing away. She has the power. She can do it. Just get the foot down and go.
That pitch over the head of the catcher Sanger, and sliding into second on the wild pitch is Ruby Stagg.
Now runner in scoring position, only 1 out. Huge opportunity here for Pleasant Valley. 4 and 5 hitters coming to the plate.
Just the second time today that they've had a runner in scoring position. 1-2 is low. Good block by Sanger. Two is just barely fouled off. Bowman seems to want a pitch up in the zone. I wonder if Schlater goes back to the rise ball here. Another 2-2. Ground ball through the hole into center field, a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Stagg. She scores. RBI single for Maggie Bowman. And Pleasant Valley is on the board.
And a great at-bat there by Bowman. She did exactly what we were talking about. Get that foot down and just swing. Don't be so timid with it. Really nice job by her. And a great at-bat to get Pleasant Valley on the board here in the 6th.
Hannah Martin will be the courtesy runner at first base for Pleasant Valley as their catcher Maggie Bowman comes through in the 6th inning. Pleasant Valley able to scrape a run across for the first time in the 6th inning. And Kinley Vogus, the only Pleasant Valley player to reach base both times so far, a single in the 2nd inning and a walk in the 4th. It's that pink bat that I talked about. 1-0 pitch is down, but catches the bottom of the zone. One and one. Vogus takes low.
I'm liking the patience by Pleasant Valley here at the plate here in the 6th. Vogus swinging at the right pitches. Don't chase anything out of the zone. Make Schlater work for the outs.
That one right at the top of the zone, and Vogus couldn't catch up. 2-2. Yeah, I feel like that was a conversation by this Pleasant Valley team, maybe after the first time through the order, was just waiting for your pitch. 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, the check swing. Vogus went around. 7 punch-outs now for Schlater. 2 down for Ella Rubel. There's a strike from Schlater. But I felt like something that Schlater was doing very well that first time through the order was making a pitch look good, and then it would move way out of the zone. A one pitch waved at and missed.
Just like that one.
Right.
Yeah, and that's when she's on, you can see it. She works with a quick pace between pitches like she's doing right now. That rise ball is going to go just above the hitter's hands to where they think it's going to be a strike and goes right out of the zone. And she's throwing with power. Sometimes when she gets in a pinch there, tries to aim just a little bit, but for her, it's just about settling in, taking a deep breath, and doing what she does best. Just throw gas.
0-2 on Rubel. Singled her last time up the pitch. Popped up on the infield. And Schlater is the one to make the catch for out number 3. Pleasant Valley gets on the board thanks to the RBI single by Maggie Bowman. Still a Northwest lead, 4-1, heading to the bottom of the 6th.
Ready? Let's go.
Mom, over here.
Yeah, this kind of thing can happen when you're hiking, but no worries, Mom. I can prescribe something to soothe the itch.
Unity Point Health looks at your family's health from your point of view, offering same-day appointments with expertise focused on what matters most to you. Unity Point Health. Expert care focused on you.
In 1927, Iowa started it all as the Iowa.
Mason Bischoff back to the circle for Pleasant Valley. The sophomore right-hander got a 1-2-3 fifth inning and has posted zeros in each of the last 4 frames. It really is a tale of the first inning and everything else for Bischoff in the circle. 4 runs on 4 hits for Northwest in that first inning. Since then, no runs, just 2 hits. And also just the 1 walk, or 2 walks in the game, rather, by Bischoff. 1 in the first and 1 since. She is attacking the zone and inducing largely weak contact. And that has been working for her since the first.
Regardless of the outcome of this game, and this is still very, very much a ball game here in the bottom of the 6th, but regardless of the outcome of this game, if I'm Pleasant Valley, I'm very optimistic coming into tomorrow, whichever side of the bracket that's on, with what Bischoff's done in the circle second through the end of this game, and with what we're seeing in their at-bats. They're piecing it together. And if I'm Northwest, I have 6 more outs here possibly. This could be the last at-bat if they hold them. I'd like to see them score another run, get the momentum back in their bats, and kind of have a better feeling going into tomorrow.
1-1 on Leela Appledorn, who takes the off-speed pitch for a strike. RBI ground out in the first, reached on fielder's choice in the third. She laces this one up the left field line, but foul. Appledorn takes inside. It's the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Waukee Northwest here in the 6th inning. Leading 4-1. Ground ball weakly hit back to Bischoff. Underhand toss to Peterson for out number 1.
And once again, it's the off-speed pitch. Weak contact, easy out.
Meredith Thompson is 1 for 2 today. Solid RBI single up the middle in the first inning. Also a solid hit ball to center field again in the third, but that one was caught. So she has been able to square up the ball from the 7th spot in the order. And she takes high there. Pleasant Valley has its bottom 3 due up in the 7th inning. That one loops in for strike 1. It'll be the Bischoff sisters and Eden Russman to bat in the 7th for Pleasant Valley. as they look to mount a comeback in this opening game of the 5A state softball tournament. This one popped foul to the left side and out of play, 1-2.
Nice pitch on that outside corner by Bischoff. Doesn't get the call, but it attacks.
Didn't miss by much.
No, and I really like it. Didn't go off speed on that one, but ahead in the count.
2-2.
And there she goes back to it.
Oh, boy, didn't miss by much again. Just high. Payoff is lined into the leaping glove of Ruby Stagg.
Ruby Stagg with the snag for out number 2.
Boy, one of the hardest hit balls we've seen all day off the bat of Meredith Thompson, but Stagg able to climb the ladder and make the catch.
Now batting for the Wolves, number 2, Maggie Allen.
And what a grab to keep the momentum on Pleasant Valley's side. Northwest just looking to get anything going. Climbs the ladder, gets the out.
Maggie Allen takes high. The junior shortstop for Northwest has flown out to center field and left field today. 1-0. Fly ball to right field. Vogus tracking toward the line. Makes the catch. And the side is retired. 8 in a row set down by Mason Bischoff. Hydration break, and then the top of the 7th. Waukee Northwest looks to close the door. Pleasant Valley has 3 more outs for a comeback.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Three-minute hydration break still in progress as the girls' union, I think, makes a good call in asking the players on each team just stay in the shade for 3 minutes every inning. Let's not rush things. Let's make sure that everybody is hydrated and staying as cool as possible on what looks to be the hottest day of this state softball tournament this week in Fort Dodge.
Unfortunately, though, for the fans, not a lot of shade options if you're not in the dugout here at Triton Field. So for the fans, it's just finding ways to stay cool. A few umbrellas, a lot of hand fans.
Yeah, the paper fans.
Yep.
That's a good call by whoever's handing those out.
Tell you what, this game has been a tale of 2 different stories. You have the first inning where Waukee Northwest came out and just looked like they were going to do some damage in this game. And they did in the bottom of that first inning. 4 hits, 4 runs. They looked like they were the team to beat. Since then, it's been Mason Bischoff and Pleasant Valley. Last 8 hitters have been retired by Bischoff. And I tell you what, this Pleasant Valley team, a lot of momentum going into tomorrow. Will be interesting to see what they can put together here in the top of the 7th. See if they can make a rally for this game, because right now, defensively, they are shutting it down.
And that's the nice thing about the new format. And we've talked about this a little bit already, but if you're a Pleasant Valley team, I mean, obviously you still have all the chance in the world to make this comeback in the 7th inning. But let's say that you do fall short. You squeeze 2 runs, you have the runner on third with 2 outs, and you just don't get there. You lose 4-3. Last year, that's heartbreak.
Right.
This year, that is hope.
Right.
You go to the elimination side of the bracket, and
for
you say,
them,
we played well yesterday, we can do that again tomorrow.
not only that, they're facing the best pitcher in the tournament right now. I mean, no doubt Schlater is the best pitcher in this tournament right now. So, I mean, for Pleasant Valley, they have put together some really nice at-bats late in this game. They're seeing the right pitches. They're not chasing pitches out of the zone. They've made adjustments throughout the game. I have no doubt they'll be able to string together, put a few base runners on here in the 7th inning. But it's something, and I do want to talk about on the opposite side. If I'm Northwest, I'm leaving the game today trying to find a way to get that momentum of the first inning back.
Right.
Because ever since then, the crowd's been relatively quiet. The bats have been quiet. Defensively, they're making the plays, but they have to find a way if they're going to beat some of the other teams in this tournament, the Ankeny Centennials, West Des Moines Valley. They're going to have to produce runs throughout a game, not just in the first inning.
Even looking to tomorrow, I mean, a game between Dallas Center Grimes and Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Northwest will face one of those two teams tomorrow, and those are both very high-powered offensive teams. But it's Pleasant Valley here in the 7th inning, trailing Waukee Northwest 4-1. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Spartans. A run on 3 hits so far today for Pleasant Valley.
Number 11,
Mason Bischoff. Reached on fielder's choice in the 2nd inning, struck out in the 4th. 0 for 2 today. Has been so good in the circle. See if she can translate that momentum into the batter's box for her Pleasant Valley team. Called strike 1. That's a darn near unhittable pitch there from Schlater, too. 0-1. Wave and a miss, strike 2.
When Schlater works quick, you know she's working well. I mean, it's one of those things is she's playing with some pace there in the circle. It is tough for hitters to predict what's coming next.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out, 8 punch-outs on the day for Sophia Schlater.
And that's just a great sequence. She stays on the outside corner of the plate. She mixes the drop ball, then comes back, throws high in the zone.
Jayla Bischoff.
And now Jayla Bischoff takes low. Bischoff 0 for 2 today, has put the ball in play both times, and does so again. Skied to the shortstop, Maggie Allen, for out number 2.
And Pleasant Valley now just hoping to do anything they can to get this to the top of their lineup to keep the hope alive.
Batting for the Spartans, number 8, Eden Russman.
Eden Russman, a pair of flyouts today. Sophia Schlater, 1 out away. And she gets strike 1. 25-0 this season for Sophia Schlater. Trying to make it 26. 0-1 is low. A dangerous top of the order looming for Pleasant Valley if they can get it there. Russman fouls it off. Pleasant Valley down to their last strike. Waukee Northwest trying to stay on the winner's side of the bracket. 1-2. Called strike 3.
Strikeout by Sophia.
How else would this game end but a Sophia Schlater strikeout? And the Wolves stay on the winner's side of the bracket. Waukee Northwest takes down Pleasant Valley 4-1.
9 strikeouts on the day for Schlater in the circle. And that is the highlight of the game for the Wolves. They're looking to get the bats going again tomorrow. And this Pleasant Valley team, nothing to hang their heads on. They can come back tomorrow and fight their way back.
So the winner of this game, Waukee Northwest, will play the winner of the next one tomorrow at 1:15. Pleasant Valley will play the consolation of the next game tomorrow at 11 a.m. All on this Triton field. Waukee Northwest takes down Pleasant Valley 4-1 to open the Class 5A State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau.
And now we'd like to recognize today's quick star of the game, Sophia Schlater from Waukee Northwest.
And Sophia Schlater on the field, honored as the Quick Star of the game. Are you surprised?
Not at all. Not at all. She had an outstanding game in the circle, started the game with the double to get the run scoring going for Northwest, and they're going to be riding her arm throughout the week. There's no doubt about that. So I'm excited for the rest of this week for both of these teams. I think both of these teams really have a shot at making a run for it here later in the week.
Waukee Northwest begins their state title defense with a victory, 4-1, over Pleasant Valley, the 2024 state champs.